They won't say it's random. They'll say, okay, it came off a 90 degrees angle and it went in. So there isn't any randomness. Everything is.
Pretty interesting insight.
No, but what, wouldn't you say that there's a like objective purpose to our life? Is there a reason why you exist? Intelligent man like yourself?
I believe there's a reason why you live. Everyone's got a purpose in life, but I feel like you have to find that yourself.
But that would be subjective. I ask you objective purpose, one purpose that all human beings can come. How can we even find that out? What's the principle? The principle is whatever created us should tell us. Wouldn't that make sense?
In a way, yeah, but it's how you look at it.
No, but then logic dictates the purpose of the car came from the first manufacturer. So it's only right to say, it's only befitting to say whatever caused us should tell us our purpose. If we were to have an objective purpose, yeah? It is. So we believe the purpose of human beings can only come from God. And God has set the purpose of all human beings. And that purpose is only mentioned in Islam, except no other religion mentions the purpose of human beings. And the Quran says, I know I'm jumping a bit, the Quran says, وَمَا خَلَقْتَ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. God did not create human beings and the jinn is other spirits, except nothing but for worship. When we say worship, we mean obviously a form of doing good thing, giving charities, being nice to your neighbor, being nice to your partner, not abusing your partner, things like that. This is considered to be a form of worship because we're giving invitation to people about Islam. I'm a Muslim, by the way, and I believe in God. And we believe this universe can only come from God. Only God can create it. When you analyze the universe, it affirms that it can only have a creator, created by an intelligent being, and is finely tuned. Everything is perfect and law of nature and so on. So I invite you guys to look into the idea of believing God.
I thought about it before, but I just can't wrap my head around it.
No, but it's innate. The believer of God, one can actually prove believing in God without using scripture. We believe everyone is born believing God, and we say that as Muslims. We believe everyone is born as a child, as a Muslim. Do you know what Muslim means? Muslim means is the one who adheres to the teaching of God, the one who submits to the teaching of God. So Islam means, I tell you what the meaning of Islam is, then it's easier to explain what a Muslim is. So Islam means submission and surrender to the only true God, and that's what Islam is. Surrender to God and submission to God. And the one who does that, the one who adheres to it, is called a Muslim. So in English, if you work, you're called a worker. They add ER. If you run, they call you a runner. So if you believe in Islam, if you believe God is the only one who's worthy of worship, you're called a Muslim. And as the children, we're born believing that. What do you think? So we don't condemn all children. We say they're all, unlike Christianity, Christian says all children are born sinners. We don't believe God is like that. God is just. And we don't believe like what Christianity believe in, like God can be a man, can die. If God is a man, you would say, why can't God be a woman?
I mean, what is your actual view? Who is God?
Okay, so
are you or me, or are they?
Okay, so we don't believe God. Oh goodness, I don't like the coverage. So we don't believe God to be a woman or a man or monkeys and so on. God doesn't have any gender. So God, we believe, is outside of his creation. He's not within the creation. God is the creator and we are his creation. The trees, the moon, everything is his creation. God created everything. You see, and we don't believe like Christianity, God created the world like 6 days and the 7 days rested. We don't believe God to be having deficiencies or weaknesses. We believe God is all to be powerful and so on. And then, how do we know God existence? Through revelations and through the innate disposition I was telling you. We already have certain tools to recognize the Creator. So for instance, you don't need to be taught to know it's wrong to murder someone. You don't need to be taught it's wrong to marry your father or your mother, do you see? It's innately, it's gut feeling you get. So we believe that is created within us, and it's called, in Islamically, it's called the fitrah. Fitrah, if I were to translate in English, it means the natural disposition, the natural inclination. So that is given to all of us, do you see? And then to make matters clear, God has to send revelations to know everything for clearly and certainly. Yeah? So that's what it is. Have you read the Quran or Islam? Do you know anything about Islam? Yeah. So at least I've given you a little bit of what Islam is. Maybe it sparked some interest. Islam obviously is one of the most growing religion on the face of the earth. Have you read the Quran, respectfully? I advise you guys to read the Quran. You cannot lose anything reading the Quran. In fact, you can only gain. The Quran, I want to leave you guys on this one. The Quran is the only religious scripture that makes a claim of its authenticity. So the Bible doesn't give you any challenges to find out whether it's from God. The Quran gives you 2 challenges, and it tells you if this book was other than God, then it will have mistakes. And it's asking you to find any contradictions. Yeah, that's one of the challenges. So in science, they call it falsification test. So the Quran offers you a falsification test, a test you can do to falsify the Quran. Say, for instance, me and you to argue about who's the fastest. What's the best way of settling it? To have a race, isn't it? So the Quran gives you a test that you can do to know whether the Quran is from God or not. And it tells you find one contradiction. That's one of the challenges. The other challenge is the inability. So the Quran tells you go and see if you can make a chapter like the Quran. Just one chapter. The Quran is 114 chapters, and this challenge is stood for 1400, and it's still standing. We come here every Sunday and we challenge Muslims and non-Muslims, anyone to non-Muslims we challenge to go and present the challenge of the Quran. They can't. Yeah. Once again, thank you. Look into Islam. Thank you.